You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. With Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop. From Mr. Cooper. From Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Bit Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Season 8 still going strong, people. If you haven't, make sure you do go check out the website, thebitscoopwithcoop.com, where you can see episodes from Season 1 all the way to Season 8. Big shout outs to everybody that's watching on Facebook right now, facebook.com/thebitscoopwithcoop. Also, everybody that's watching on Instagram, what's going on IGTV at Big Scoop with Coop. Also, make sure you check out my YouTube page. Go to youtube.com. Look for the Bit Scoop with Coop. Make sure you subscribe also. Now, enough about me, people. Today's guest I have is Dusan Brown. Now, Dusan is doing big things right now. He's actually be in a movie that you're going to see in theaters and on Netflix that's called Rainey's Black Bottom. It's produced by Denzel Washington. Also, it has Chadwick Boseman and Viola and many other actors and actresses in there. This is a great movie. Make sure you go check it out in theaters and also when it hit Netflix. Once again, he's also a 2020 presidential scholar. He is won this at his school for the arts. So, ladies and gentlemen, after I'm finished speaking, let's get up with Dusan and let's see what he got going on. All right. Hope you're ready. All right, welcome back to the Bit Scoop with Coop. Of course, I'm your host, Coop. Like I showed you earlier, you are seeing the star right now. This guy has done so much in an early career already. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Mr. Dusan. How you doing today?
I'm good today. I woke up, about an hour ago, brushed my teeth, washed my face, and then I put on a shirt. They can't see the bottom half. So, I mean, maybe I'm still in my pajamas. Maybe I have on slacks. Who knows?
You know what? I think we need to take a poll. Does Dusan Brown have on full clothes or not? We're going to find out one day soon. Yes. Now, Dusan, you've done so much, like I said already. In your career early, far as it goes for the 2020 presidential. We're going to talk about that also.
Okay.
We're going to also talk a little bit about Reese. We're going to talk about a lot of things. But let's start off from the beginning. When did you first realize that you wanted to get into the movie industry?
My mom has always, even when me and my brother were younger, she told us stories about how she would bring us to the movie theater and let us watch the midday movie, even though we were like babies and didn't comprehend what was happening on the screen. And my brother, when he was younger, people would come up to him and they would be like, "Oh my God, this baby is so cute. Have I seen him on TV?" All of this stuff. And my mom was like, no. But then one day this lady actually said, "Hey, I can help you get your son into the business." And my mom said, "Okay, yeah, let's do it." My brother was in it and all that stuff. And then I was kind of like a shoe-in. But I mean, it was a good shoe-in because I really love this stuff. I love telling stories and being a part of stories being told. So, but definitely some of my influences as an actor growing up are obviously, Denzel Washington, Will Smith. When Kevin Hart came out, Kevin Hart, and recently, it's been a guy named Kelvin Harrison Jr., who's an absolute beast. If you can watch any of his work, like the guy's a monster. And so Oh, and Donald Glover. How did I forget about Donald Glover? Donald Glover is probably my biggest influence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big shout out. Hey, I mean, there's a lot of actors. I mean, there's a lot of people in this business. A lot of people. It's gonna slip your mind. There's a possibility that can actually happen. You're right about that. Now, going through high school, making Reese, I mean, doing stand-up also up in LA, at a young age and everything. What type of hurdles did you go through as far as it goes for getting to where you are right now in your career?
I mean, it's just, there's always no's. There's always going to be no's. And when I was in high school, it was a little hard as far as telling my stories, because the majority of the audience, the majority of the people at my school are Caucasian. So it was, it was, I had to go through something where I had to, I guess, figure out how to continue to tell my story and not necessarily care how other people view it, or not necessarily care that some people might not fully understand the full scope of the story, but instead just trying to tell a great story that I enjoy, I know people like me would enjoy. And then eventually I made Reese, and that was something that everyone could relate to on some form or fashion, or get people to understand the viewpoint of me, which was great. And so that's what I started with through my high school career. But eventually I figured it out, and I hit my stride, and I got my crew together, and I was working and working. And then right after that, I made 2 other short films that I'm going to be submitting to film festivals and things like that. And so my high school experience was there. It was a lot of hard work because I wanted to make sure that I would learn filmmaking. Because I was there for cinematic arts. I was at Loxa for cinematic arts, so I was making at least 4 films a year. On my senior year, I would have made 6 films a year because I didn't get a chance to make my senior thesis, which would have been about 30 minutes long. And it's just with the strikes, taking one day at a time, keeping up my grades as well as also being on the line guard and still auditioning and staying up until 3 in the morning so that I can finish my history assignment and then study my 6-page audition for tomorrow, that kind of thing. But I mean, it's all hard work and dedication, and it paid off with Presidential Scholar, and it paid off with my Rainey's Black Bottom. So I'm seeing dividends. End of the
Wow. Wow.
So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Now, since you brought it up, the 2020 Presidential Scholar, for people that don't really know about that, tell everybody what that is and what does it take to actually get rewarded as one of the winners of this.
So Presidential Scholar is an award that's awarded. It's awarded by the government. You have to have yes, so the government portion of the portion of education within the government. You have to have a certain GPA, depending on what you get. So there's an art section, and then there's an academic section. So in the academic section, you need an extraordinary GPA. You have to show you're also on extracurriculars to help your community and things like that. But for arts, you have to be extraordinary at your art, and you still have to have a certain GPA in order to be even considered. I went through Young Arts. So what I did was I applied to Young Arts. I got in one gold level for Young Arts. And my mom was telling me it's out of 7,000 applicants. And then from there, once I won the gold level, it automatically nominated me for Presidential Scholar. So I was in the race for Presidential Scholar, and then I went to the second round, and then I won. And for Presidential Scholar, it's only 25 of us all, but it's only 20 of us in all. And, it's a great honor because it's 28 people out of everybody in the nation. So, I mean, how many people did I beat? I don't know. But I mean, I'm just glad to be a part of the program, glad to be a part of the organization. And, I'm very excited when I'm the medal, because we get this cool medallion. And, normally you see one in the store and, it's light, it's plastic, but this one is real. It's heavy. I showed it to my friend, and he was like, "Whoa, this is." My dad. I let my dad put it on. I let my mom put it on. Oh, my dad brought it to me. He goes, "This is what it looks like."
Oh yes, please show this up. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that's watching worldwide. Look at that. Everybody's trying to get into this business. Look at that. Yes, Dusan came through and beat the odds. Look at that. That is crazy. That is crazy. And Ms. Brown, I'm glad that you brought that up as far as it goes for how many applicants that applied, because that's a big deal. That's really a big deal at the end of the day.
My mom was telling me she had her eye on Young Arts and Presidential Scholar the moment we got to Los Angeles, and she showed me yesterday. She showed me, she was looking up, like trying to find you, because my mom is an extensive researcher.
Mhm.
You know, when you open your computer and you open Safari, there's like these little tabs show you those frequently visited websites. Her most frequently visited websites were like Young Arts' website or like the Presidential Scholar Facebook page. Like she's been on this for years. So it's since 2012, she said. So it's 2020 now.
Jeez, Miss
It-
Brown,
it's-
you are not playing.
and we made it. We did it. I wouldn't be able to do it without my dad, without my mom, because they're very instrumental. I mean, you can't do anything without a great support system.
That's
And
very true.
you gotta
Very true.
find. Yeah, so I'm glad
Wow.
they.
That's crazy because if people don't know this listening and watching worldwide right now, you know, in Cali, you know, everybody says Los Angeles, that's the spot far as it goes for trying to get your career started in the movie and television industry between Los Angeles and New York. But the thing is, Dusan was in school. He basically pulled 2 full-time jobs, kept the GPA up, plus studying for scripts and staying up to 3 o'clock in the morning. Then he had to stay up for school. I mean, come on, guys. We're adults and we can't hardly do that. That's crazy. So I'm telling you, you're pulling off stuff that the normal person could not even handle. So I got to give you props for that, Dusan. You are really doing your thing. Yes, you do have a great support system. You really do. Mr. and Ms. Brown, please continue to support Dusan because he's going to be going big and he's going to be doing some big things. Seriously, he is. Now, let's talk about this movie, this short that you've done that's actually turned a lot of heads and it's got a lot of steam going on, and that is Reese. If people that have not seen it already, tell them what it's about and how can they see it.
So Reese is about this. It's 10 minutes short. It's essentially about this kid named Reese who protects his community. He does whatever is necessary, whether that be talking to someone or whether that be, let's say, in any circumstance resorting to violence, but he does whatever it takes to protect his community. And that's essentially what short is about. And when I was writing, I was trying to figure out how to write something. I was trying to figure out how to write a coming of age story, and I wrote this scene about these two kids, and they were talking on their porch. And originally, Reese and Dom, Reese and the two main characters, were twins. They were twins, but I couldn't find the actor to play twins, so I got my friend Bentley and I got Dante. But essentially, that scene, that porch scene, culminated and turned into this actual storyline about this legendary person on his neighborhood area that's kind of trying to be like the police because the police won't show up. So I mean, he's all that's left. And yeah, that's essentially what Reese is about. And you can check it out on my. You can go to my Instagram page and you can click the link in my bio and you can watch Reese.
Ladies and gentlemen, worldwide that's listening right now, watching right now, go watch this. Well, not right now because we're in the middle of the interview. You're going to finish this show first. After that, you go watch Reese. You have to. Now, I know it was a short, Dusan. I know it was, but I have one personal request. Turn that bad boy to a feature. Seriously, that you stopped in the middle of the suspense scene, and that was crazy.
With short films, you always want to make them want more. You know?
Well, job well done. Because when I saw it and when it ended, the way it ended, I'm not gonna spoil it for nobody. The way it ended, how it ended, I was like, Dusan, that was foul of you, man. Don't right there. That was foul right there. Seriously, you hurt my feelings on that one. You really did. Ladies and gentlemen, go watch it. Seriously, that's one thing you don't want to miss.
Thank you.
Now, we talked about Reese, and we talked about how you started, you know, in school and everything, and you worked basically 2 full-time jobs in your school, basically, to get to where you at right now. You might as well say it. Now, what are some other, from a young age up to now, what are some other television shows and movies that you have appeared in?
There's some that I forget, if I'm honest. I took it 42, The Big Bang Theory, How I Met Your Mother, And then I was in a Super Bowl commercial for, and then I was in a Super Bowl commercial, and then I was in a Chris Paul commercial, and then I did voiceover for Blaze and the Monster Machines, and that was in middle school, I believe. And then right after that, I got on The Lion Guard on Disney Junior, and then most recently I worked on Ma Rainey's Black Bottom last summer, and and then how did I forget? I was on The Lion King. I was on tour for The Lion King. I played young Simba, and then those are pretty much. I think those are my
Criminal Minds.
Oh, Criminal Minds. Thank you for that.
Wow.
Criminal Minds. I was on Criminal Minds, and yeah, I think those are my names. My top lines. Oh, and then iZombie. Thank you, Dad. Yeah, iZombie.
That's crazy. Now, I'm going to tell you how.
Oh, yeah. And I was in Kobe Bryant's last commercial. The last commercial, the last Nike commercial he did. I was in that too.
Now, you just shot me on that one. I didn't even know that. Yeah. That's crazy.
I got to meet him for like 0.2 seconds. Really nice guy. He even took a picture with me.
Oh, that's what's up. I mean, that's history right there. That's really history. And the crazy part is when people hear that's trying to get in this industry, what they don't understand is this. And I'm going to let you answer this question right here, Dusan. Tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 18. I'm 18 years old.
You are 18, and you have done more than a lot of people that's in their 20s and 30s that's trying to get into this industry. I mean, I want you to let that sink in your head itself, Dusan. You need to pat yourself on the back for this because, dude, you haven't even hit prime yet. And that's the crazy part. There's so much that's going to be going on. And Mr. and Ms. Brown, I know you can hear me right now, so I'm throwing this right at you. I hope you got money saved because you got a lot of gas money that you got to take Dusan to because this guy is going to be traveling back and forth. Him and Dante. I mean, this could be crazy. Better you than me because I don't get that much money to take Dusan everywhere. So you better do it. You better good luck on you on that one. Seriously.
Okay. Well, thank God for Young Arts because they have programs for the artists where they will fund, part of their projects if they find, that it's worthwhile. And being a part of presidential scholars, they have different resources for these esteemed, honorees. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know what? I need to rewind myself back to 18 all over again. And I need to fly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to.
Try a second time. Get him in the second time.
Yes. Now, are there any other projects? I know you mentioned 2 other movies that you're that you said you be directing, correct? Or you create? What are you doing?
They're films that I've written, directed, and with my cinematographer, we work together with all the camera work and things like that. And so, those are my 2 films.
Wow.
And
so
I don't think about my parents. My mom producing it, my dad's producing it as well. And so, yeah.
I'm transpo.
Oh, my dad said I'm transpo. My dad's transpo. He's in the 399 union, so I get a little bit of professionalism from him when it comes to transporting the equipment and things like that.
That's a good thing because you can never stop learning in this industry. Never stop.
Absolutely.
Seriously. That is crazy. Now, Dusan, is it harder for you to be an actor or a director or a producer? Which hat is harder to wear right now for you?
Well, I wouldn't say that one is harder than the other. I'd say they take the about well. Let me find out how to phrase this. Well, okay, so here I'd say they're all hard for me to wear right now, only because I can't do them. I can't like go out and shoot something.
Right.
But when it comes to as far as like really linking them down, I'd say the hardest hat to wear is producer because I despise paperwork. I'm trying not to despise paperwork, but it's a very important part of it, and that's a huge part of producing. And then I'd say directing. Well, and then I'd link directing and acting. I feel like directing and acting they're very similar, at least for me, because the way you communicate with an actor the way that the actor communicates to the camera, you know? And so I feel those jobs are meshed, at least for me, because I've also starred in one of my films, as well as directed that exact same piece that I was the main character in, which is a film that I just finished called Serial. I'll promote that later. But yeah, those jobs are kind of intermeshed. So I can't really say one's harder to wear than the other, but definitely producing is always the hardest for me, because I don't know. I just looking at their paperwork, it's just like I could be writing a script, I could be directing an act, I could be acting myself.
That's true. That's very true. And Dusan, and I would agree with you on that one, because with acting is, here's your lines, the facial expressions you need to make, learn it, do it. Producing, you have to actually literally do what it says. You have to produce a product, not just act, produce. That's crazy. Like, your name is tied into this thing. So
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I could tell that you wear the hat well, because once again, not to just keep sound like a mockingbird, but how you did Reese. I mean, it shows. It shows you know what you're doing. Seriously.
Yeah, we prepped for about 2 weeks before we shot that, and then we got it started in, and then I edited it over I think a week and a half period. But the coloring, I'm gonna work a little more on the color, because my hard drive is. But I'm gonna work a little more on coloring. I was coloring it myself. I'm gonna get someone else to color it, but I'm actually colorblind, so I was doing what I could. I was doing my best, but my best is, it's okay. But I think the film can get a little bit more work and actually be better.
Nice. Now, how can all your fans and people that's learning about you now follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram at Dusan Brown. You can follow me on Facebook at Dusan Brown. You can follow me on Twitter at Dusan Brown. My name is very unusual, so I can always get it. It's not like John Doe, So Dusan Brown. Hit me at Dusan Brown. DUSAN Brown. All one word. Keep it one word. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow him on social media. You want to make sure you catch up with him, find out everything that he's doing from here on out. Also, make sure you go watch past episodes of stuff that he's been in. I mean, also, go on YouTube. You see his stand-up comedy. Him and Dante, you'll see both of them. Make sure you go check that out also, because he will point out the fro a lot. Trust me, he'll throw that in. So make sure you do follow that. Now, Dusan, I know you're a busy person. I'm not going to hold you long, but what advice would you give any male or female that wants to become an actor, an actress, producer, director? What would you tell them?
I'll give the biggest piece of advice that was given to me by a guy named Denzel Washington. Here's what he said. He told me a story about how he was on a track team, and he said, I was the fastest kid on the track team, and this new kid came along, and he was faster than me. My coach came to me and he said, your natural talent can only take you so far. Now train your skills. And with that, he went to college, and then he said, well, okay, I'm a talented actor. Now I'm going to train my skills. And then he became Denzel Washington. So for me, it's all about, okay, my natural talent can only take me so far. There's always going to be someone that's better than me. So I should always continue to train my skills. Never stop training, never stop learning. Even on quarantine, I went up in my room and I basically went up to my room and I wrote a script in like a week. And I'm writing a script with my dad. We're writing a feature that I'm also going to be posting on my Instagram about an Indiegogo that you guys can go and donate some funds to, that I can get my film next summer. I'm writing that with my dad. Always sharpening my tools, even on lockdown. Lockdown is the best time you should be sharpening your tools, because you have nothing else to do. So, yeah, definitely.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you do hold on to those these precious words he just said, because like I said, he's not lying about that. Denzel gave some of the best advice right there. Dusan just passed it along to you. Use it, people. Use it.
I hope he doesn't get mad at me for giving away his tips.
Oh, well, guess what? Everybody's trying to become the next Denzel. So guess what? We need those tips. We need those tips. Yes. Now, the last segment of the show, Dusan, this is called Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want, whatever's on your mind. No questions asked. Dusan, take the floor.
Okay, so later this year, a film called Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is going to come out. It has Chadwick Boseman in it, Viola Davis, Denzel Washington produced it, Todd Black's produced it, Michael Potts is in it, Coleman Domingo is in it, Glenn Sherman is in it, and well, I'm not going to necessarily put myself on their level, but I'm in it as well. And if you want to support me, go and support me. But please go watch this film. It's really, really, really amazing. I got to see an actor's cut. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. So please, please, please go check that out. Also, I'm going to be putting out, I'm going to be promoting Serial Trash for my list 2 films on my Instagram. So please keep a watch out for that and go and check out Reese.
Ha. Love it. Love it. Dusan, I want to say thank you very much for coming on the show. Make sure you do go check out everything. I think it's going to be appearing on Netflix, correct?
Yes, Netflix.
No,
That's right.
Oh, it's going to be in movie theaters first? It's going to be in movie theaters first, and it's going to be on Netflix.
Oh, wow. Okay, in
Yeah.
theaters, make sure you go. You watch it nationwide. You call the movie theater. You go check out the movie theater. Find this movie. Watch it. Support. You know what to do, people. Now, Dusan, thank you once again for coming on the show. Great
Thank
guest.
you.
I would love to have you back on in the future.
Oh, for sure. I'd love to come back.
Yes, yes. All right, everybody. Next guest will be announced soon. Make sure you go check out Dusan Instagram page. Follow him on social media. Make sure you catch out all the movies he's done. Go to YouTube. Watch Reese. Watch the stand-up comedy. Also support Mr. and Ms. Brown because they will need the gas money regardless what they say about the high school. They still will need their gas money to get back and forth. Make sure you go support them all, guys. And until next time, we'll catch you next time on the Bit Scoop with Coop. Until next time, people.